Do
Plus, the Korean vegan is...
Hey, there's the theme music. I gotta rewind it now, but you know what's going on. It's your favorite telecast. It's your favorite host. My name is Phil in the blank. That's Phil with a PH. Yes, I wrote that myself. Now who's gonna sign me? Who's gonna sign me? It's June 16th, 2023. We're going back to the vault, all the way back to episode 45 from the first season of Kelly's and Mark's season when they were alive. Rest in peace. We're going to honor them by going back in the vault. Scarlett Johansson was on this episode from what is now $1 billion grossing film and Oscar award winning movie Asteroid City. Steve Patterson, I don't remember him that much, but he's talking about Father's Day with sons and dads. He's just a guy that travels around and, I don't know, asks man on the street type stuff. But you know what to do. Comment along. Listen to me. Fast forward through everything if you don't like it. I don't care. Dislike it, like it. Don't do anything. Subscribe, don't subscribe. Get notifications. Ring a bell. Ring my bell. Ring your wife's bell. Gives a shit. So let's go back to the vault to June 16th, 2023 for season 1, episode 45. And enjoy the show. And again, rest in peace to Kelly and Mark, who we lost many years ago in the fatal helicopter crash overlooking the Hawaiian volcano that was named after them.
Call 630-524-0062 to schedule your appointment.
And we'll talk afterwards.
Disney, Pixar.
God bless. Don't watch Pixar. All these damn commercials. Whoa.
With Kelly and Mark.
There you go.
Today from the new film Asteroid City, Scarlett Johansson. And we're checking out Father's Day in Minneapolis when we check in with our good friend Steve Patterson. Plus, the Korean vegan is serving us meatballs on live Foodfluencer Friday International Edition. All that online. And now here are Kelly Ripa and Marcus Silas. You're being nice. It's Friday, June 16th, 2023. It is our daughter's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Lola!
Big
That
birthday.
was fast.
That was.
Yes.
22 years old.
22 years old today.
Happy birthday,
How
Lola.
can that be?
Happy birthday, Lola. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Feliz cumpleaños a Lola. Feliz cumpleaños por ti. Para siempre. Y el Dios. Pasteles por dos. Pasteles por ustedes. Pasteles en tu cumpleaños. Por tú. Por ti. I don't know. My English isn't that good. My Spanish is even worse. I'm 22 years old. Finally getting closer to like actual adult age where it's not going to be creepy to date someone like 10 years older than her. She's still close to that college age where it's like, oh my God, he's 32, you're 22. But pretty soon you'll be like 24, 25. Once you kind of get closer to 30, it's all go. You're an official adult. You're 25 in 1 week. You could date a 40-year-old. It's okay. But it'll be creepy to date a college kid like a freshman. See, you're 22. You can still date like an 18 or 19-year-old. But when you're like 25 in a week or 25 in a month old or 200 or 300 and 1 month old, you can't date a 19-year-old. 26 dating a 19-year-old, 20-year-old boy, it's no. You got to go older or right around your late. The youngest you can go is maybe 2 or 3 years younger. They got to be out of college. If you're 26-year-old and you're a woman, you can't date a younger man unless they're 22. And if they're 22, they got to be out of college. or like in the last semester of their senior year. If you go to 20, like a sophomore in college while you're 26, no, it doesn't work. 26, you can only go to 22, but older, you could go as high as 50, 60 years old. But once you go over 50 and they're double your age, they have to be at least worth $10 million. And for every 5 years after that, it has to be another 10. So 50 years old, they have to be worth 10 million. But if you're going to date a 55-year-old, they have to be worth 20. And if you're going to date someone that's 70 years old, they have to be worth about $40 million to justify it. That's celebrity math, even though you're not a celebrity, but at this point you were. But here's what you don't know. You will be in the future. Your parents will pay money to Elton John to record a song with you and put your name all over it and put it on their social media. And then you'll become famous because your parents will have the money and friendships and all the powerful friends to put your name out there through social media, and you'll get views. And that's what famous is now. And it's not even a real world. It's a fictional word. But congratulations on your birthday. I can't wait to give you my creme brulee. It's a caramel creme brulee with palm sugar, and it's garnished with a plantain tweel. Because I know you like plantains. It's all over the internet. I know. A little birdie told me you like plantains. So guess what? I'm going to give my plantain to you, and you can eat my creme brulee. I'm going to put my plantain in your creme brulee, and you're going to eat it. Allegedly. This is all joke. This is all stand-up. Remember, this is adult humor, and she's an adult now. Let's not get crazy, Kelly and Mark. I know you're watching. It's just a joke. Come on, you guys are Italian and Latino. You're supposed to be cool.
June 16th, 2023. It is our daughter's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Lola.
Big birthday.
That was fast.
That was.
Yes.
22 years old.
22 years old today. How can that be?
I would say she's legal to drink, but she's had an ID for a year.
Yes, she has. And all the years she had the fake ID.
That's correct.
And she had a fake ID for 5 years.
You know,
And a fake
when she was
ID.
born, it was the day.
He was going to say she's had an ID for a year. Yes. And a fake ID for 5 years. Oh, let me go back and nail that. Going to practice my timing.
Legal to drink, but she's had an ID for a year.
Yes.
And a fake one for 5 years.
That's correct. You know, I remember when she was born, it was the day before Father's Day.
Father's Day, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember being in the hospital with her the next day. It was the best Father's Day gift I ever got.
I remember the nurses saying to me, there's a new woman in your husband's life, and they had taken a picture of you, and I guess they had it back then. They had like Polaroid cameras that they took a picture, and it's Mark asleep with his finger in her bassinet, and
I was exhausted.
yeah, and she's holding his finger, and he's asleep with his finger in her bassinet. It's the cutest photo,
Nothing
and
like
I
that.
can't find it.
Oh, really?
It's like the one photo that somehow
I'm sure it's in one of those boxes.
it's gotta be.
Seeing social media. So we'll look in those boxes like when you're on your deathbed instead of doing it now. Get a bottle of wine, smoke some weed, spend a whole Saturday, open up a bunch of boxes. I'm sure you got enough space you got a spare room where you could start putting stuff on walls. Or God forbid, you have to repack the boxes. And you know what you could do? You could actually hire people. You could spend money and hire people. You could sit there and smoke weed, drink wine, and you could hire people to open your boxes, take stuff out, and you could just point at them and direct them around. Say, do that, put that there. And you could pay them to pack them back up. So get off your lazy ass. I mean, you're rich and you have the means necessary to do whatever you want at any time with no repercussions, and you're not going to do it. And this is your kid's like baby picture when she was in the hospital. Fucking boggle. That means lazy. I'm poor. I have a reason to be lazy. Poor people are allowed to be lazy because we're hungry all the time, stressed out. You guys obviously eat 5 meals a day all the time. All the puerco, bolognese, mozzarella. Come on, Chihuahua. Formaggio queso.
Find it.
Oh, really?
It's like the one photo that somehow
I'm sure it's in one of those boxes.
It's gotta be in one of the boxes.
Or it's where we keep all our important stuff.
Oh,
You think?
it's the important stuff box that you found in the
Attic.
attic. Listen to this.
Vibrators and
we just
vibrators and
discovered we have
dildos.
an attic.
I always knew there was.
Oh, did you always know? Well, you've been keeping it pretty secret to the rest of us.
Sometimes when you don't see me for a while and I need a timeout, I go upstairs in the attic and just sit there and look at the air handlers and all the venting. We had an alarm go off. It said,
we got a phone call first.
Yeah, well, we could hear the panel saying H2O detector. But there was nothing on that would cause that. So I had to go up there and do man stuff. I got a ladder. I got up to the attic. I took Joaquin with me. He was like, it blew his mind.
Joaquin came downstairs. He goes, do you know we have an attic? I go, we do? He goes, I was just in it. Dad. He goes, there's all kinds of stuff up there. It's kind of cool. You could sleep up there if you wanted.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
45% of American couples feud over the thermostat settings.
I'd say that's a low estimate.
Half of Americans have feuded with their significant other over the temperature of their living space, and a shocking 17% have even gone so far as to sneakily lock the partner out of the thermostat settings. I've never done that.
I believe that you do that.
I don't do that.
I believe that you do.
I don't do that. What I do is I wait for you to fall asleep, and I take out my phone, and I go, and then that magic light of the thermostat goes blink. And you can see going doom, 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 down to 71 degrees.
It's freezing.
Over 60% of Americans called it a relationship ender if a love interest refused to sleep with the air conditioner on in the summer. Ender.
They're saying that if you say get hot in the middle of the night for some reason, that you should not strip off your clothes and sleep naked.
Oh.
Which is...
I've seen that happen. But usually in the morning. It's not in the middle of the night.
No, it's like in the early morning hours.
Yes.
Early morning hours. That's
why are they saying not to do that?
So they're saying that it's counterintuitive, but the sweat then collects on your skin rather being absorbed by the fiber in your clothes.
You're sweating out. It'll increase the chances of you getting sick, even if it's a minor cold. Your skin dries out. And then all that water gets into your sheets, and then you sleeping on it, causes like bacteria to grow. You can get sick. And if it was 1907, you can get polio or smallpox.
Yes, early morning.
Yeah.
That's
why are they saying not to
smallpox?
do that?
So they're saying that it's counterintuitive, but the sweat then collects on your skin rather being absorbed by the fiber in your clothes, and in doing so, that actually cools you down. I just can't stand the feeling of wet clothes on my skin.
That's not comfortable.
Yeah, and oddly enough, when the air conditioning is cooler, I tend to sweat more, which is weird. So it doesn't cool me down at all. I start like shaking and sweating.
So your body's working the way it should work.
So you're torturing. You are torturing.
Speaking of torture, Father's Day by the numbers. It's going to be Father's Day.
Yes, it is. Father's
Historical
Day.
facts and celebrations. When do you think Father's Day started?
Oh, I don't know. It's been around a long time.
It dates back to June
hold
19th.
on, I want to say it was invented back in it had to be invented by radio companies to start selling stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if it was invented in 19, Titanic happened and died. You know what? I'm going to assume 1904, after the turn of the century. The World's Fair was 1904. I bet 1906 is my guess.
1910.
Oh.
1910.
Yes.
Now,
I was going to say 1914, but then I thought that's too late. But I had to go back, but I went far too back. The World's Fair was 1904, 1906. I probably could have said 07, but that's close enough. That's a good guess. There's been a lot of years. Like about 1,000 years or something.
It dates back to June 19th, 1910.
1910.
Yes.
Now, had we already been celebrating Mother's Day at that point?
Of course.
Why do you say of course?
Since time began. Yeah, that's true. Which president made Father's Day official?
I mean, I guess that had to be... I'm going to say Theodore Roosevelt. It might have been something that was celebrated, but it was officially made by Theodore Roosevelt in 1923.
I don't know.
President Nixon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Signed a proclamation that permanently made Father's Day the third Sunday in June, according to the Library of Congress.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, is he all of a sudden a good president now because of that?
June, according to the Library of Congress.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he did that.
How many fathers are there in the United States? The U.S. Census report.
Oh, well, that's easy. Let's do the math. Let's just say if there's 350 people, there's 150 men, and I would venture to guess that probably a quarter of them are dads. So let's just say 30. Let's say I'm going to go 37.5, but I'll bump it up and say there are. Oh, but you know what? That's about kids too. And there's dads that have multiple kids. Go down from 37. How about 33.5 million? 33 to 35 million, about 33.7 if he gets exact.
There are 72.2 million fathers aging from the range of.
So I should have gone half. 30 million, 300 million. Half of them are men. That's 150. Half of them are dads. 75. And then I should have gone down, but I probably would have gone down to like 68 to 70 million.
To
Robert De Niro in the news for getting his dick wet.
There are 72.2 million fathers aging from the range of to Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
And Al Pacino, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations to those guys.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. I love Father's Day. It's nice.
I feel like you celebrate Father's Day all year.
I feel celebrated all year. I love being a father.
I know you do. Yeah. You're so good at it.
It's nice.
You're a great father.
And that when they get older, you have to be sneaky about being a father. You have to how am I going to give this lecture without them knowing it's going to be a lecture?
You become like their friend.
In the moment.
Yes, you disarm them with friendship.
Right, but I am not their friend.
I understand that.
I am not their friend.
You come at it with your friend, good
right.
cop.
And I do say things like this. I say things, listen, I'm your dad, so forget for the next 2 minutes that I'm your dad and just listen to what I'm going to say. Because you don't listen to what your dad says typically at you're around 20, 21, 22. And I give them some sage advice. Yeah. And
Is that how your dad did it?
No. No, my dad just you ask my dad what time it is, he'll tell you how to build a watch.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yes.
I've asked your dad what time it is in the past, and I'm like, how did we get into
in the Aztecs
prime meridian? I'm like, what is is he saying now?
Greenwich Mean Time.
He's like, it's equatorial time is different. Right. And I'm like, I just want to know what time we're leaving for lunch. I swear. I hope you get celebrated. I hope the kids celebrate you the way you should.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All the dads out there.
Not to pat myself on the back, but I knew it when I met you that you would make a good father.
Oh, tell me, how did you know?
I could just feel it. I could feel it. I'm not wrong about these things. You seem like an adult, even though you were a kid when we met, but you seemed very much like an adult. You seemed very practical. You seemed pragmatic, empathic, all of the things. And you cared about your family. You cared about your parents. You cared about your brother and sister. And you just seemed like a very... somebody that would be a long haul person.
Ooh. Is that what women look for when you're like sussing things out?
When you're looking for a husband?
That and other things.
So when you're looking just to get laid, you're looking for the size of the penis. But when you're looking for a husband, the size of the penis still really count? Because now you're looking for like a lifelong partner. There's so many other qualities that should take priority. But at the same time, if that's the only penis that's going to be pleasuring you, you make sure it's got to be satisfactory, right? And all those things you're looking for, that you mentioned, if you're just looking to get laid, like to go get laid on a Saturday night or maybe have a weekend fling, maybe you're on vacation in a tropical island and you want to have, you just want to have sex while you're on vacation. Do you look for any of those qualities or do you not care? Like if the guy says, I hate my sisters, my mother's a bitch, and I fight with my dad all the time. I broke his nose last week and I went to jail for 2 years, but that's okay because I had a good lawyer that got me off, even though I really did it. Are you like, oh, that's okay. You got muscles. Let's go to my hut.
All the good things. Yeah. The
You
important.
had other characteristics I also look for,
Oh, okay.
but none that I'll discuss here today.
Got it.
But you just checked all the boxes.
Oh,
You know.
thank you.
So I hope you get rewarded.
Well, I'm sure I will.
Dude, look at this husband. This isn't even a joke. This isn't even like fun, cute. This is like real. She basically just on their television show, in the opening monologue, just basically shared with the whole world that she's going to blow her husband. She literally told her husband, and they think they're being slick, but they're not trying to be slick. They're speaking where they're talking in language where they can get away with it on ABC, but they're making it obvious enough where we know. She basically just told her husband that she is going to blow him later today and willingly made a conscious choice to share that, not only with the live audience, but with everyone watching on TV. Hey, everyone, I just want to let you know that I am going to blow my husband, and that is your gift. That I am basically making all the men envious that your dick will be in my mouth later today. And we're not even playing. And like, that's the kind of shit that like you could save. Like, I don't want that shit with this whole husband-wife daytime talk show. Like, that's not cute. This isn't like something that's going to make us say, "Ooh, look what you get with the live show because they're married. You get a little extra suit." This is nasty shit. This is like dry humping your partner on a bench in Central Park in the middle of a Sunday afternoon and telling everyone, "Hey, it's legal. We're not naked. We're not having sex. We're not breaking any laws." Yeah, but you're dry humping with your clothes on and making noises. Well, it's not against the law. Yeah, but it's pretty fucking slutty and dirty and fucking classless. Okay, go to the fucking Lower East Side. All right, go to the fucking Apollo.
We've got a big show today. Scarlett Johansson is here.
Foodfluencer Friday International Edition continues with a recipe from Joanne Molinaro, the Korean vegan.
And just in time for Father's Day, we're checking in with Steve Patterson, who will be taking us on a Father's Day field trip.
I can't wait.
That's so nice.
All right, it's time for Live's Brighten Your Day Trivia.
Did you notice our in-house trivia dancer is from the Boogie Down Bronx?
Yes. Well done, Dorothy.
Well done, Dorothy. Watch me click my heels. Click, click. Haha, yeah. Well, that went far. Yeah, I could do the Dorothy. Do the Dorothy, y'all. Do the Dorothy. Do the Dorothy, y'all. Get an EDM drum beat behind it, and Paris Hilton will play it in a Vegas swimming pool, and it'll be so popular because it's trending, y'all. Dorothy, Dorothy. Give me a break. I want you to send me a video of you doing a Dorothy. Put it in the comment section.
Brighten Your Day Trivia.
Did you notice our in-house trivia dancer is from the Boogie Down Bronx?
Yes. Well done, Dorothy. Hey, let's say hello to Jennifer Bates from Springfield, Ohio, who catches the show on WHIO. Hey there, how you doing, Jennifer?
Doing great. How are you guys?
Good. All right. We're going to play a little game. You have given us two statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which one's the lie. If you stump me, you get this.
Look, the audience doesn't even care.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Nope.
All right. Jennifer, here are the statements. I graduated from high school when I was 15, or I'm a master ping pong player. Okay. Let's get into the
First of all, this is easy. I don't even know if that's the right one. Graduated from high school when I was 15. That could happen, but very rarely. I'm a master ping pong player. Here's the thing, master. Is there a thing like a chess master? Can you be a certified master ping pong player, or is that opinion based? Because she might just, in her opinion, think she's really good at ping pong, but what qualifies you as a master? That's the kind of shit that you can't really tell if that's a lie, because who says she's a master? So basically, this is void. What you're really finding out is this is really the question. Break it down like this. This is the real question. True or false? I graduated from high school when I was 15. So ask her questions about this. Don't even bother with this. Did she graduate high school when she was 15? I'm just going to say no. I'm going to say she was 16 or 14. And that this is just some opinionated, that she thinks she's really good. This can't even qualify. My first initial guess is that she graduated from high school when she was 15 is a lie. And she just blows smoke up her own ass until she has explosive diarrhea.
Ping pong. What kind of racket do you use? Paddle.
It's a standard ping pong. I mean, I'll play with anything.
Oh. Good answer.
Would you play with Mark's penis after it's been in Kelly's mouth for Father's Day? I'll play with anything, she goes. I'll play with anything.
I mean, I'll play with anything.
Oh. Good answer. How long have you been playing ping pong?
Since I could hold it. We had a table in my house when I was growing up. The whole family played. I played as long as, since I can remember.
What's the ultimate score that you finish a match at?
Oh, 21.
Okay, good answer.
After you graduated high school at 15, did you go to university?
Absolutely. I couldn't drive yet, so my mom, it was executed. So my mom drove me until I could get my license. But yeah.
What did you study in college?
Undergrad psychology. So I got a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and then went on to get my Master of Science in Neurotherapy. And then I could drive, so I did go out of state.
How old were you when you graduated from your master's program?
I was 21.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. I know what this is. She did not. I do. I know that.
Maybe she's psyching you out.
No, the math was very fast. She is a psychology major.
Right now, she is busy fantasizing about what she's going to do to his naked body. She's all turned on and hot and bothered. She's like thinking about doing stuff. She probably wants, like, during the commercial break to, like, give him a quick tug. Look at her face. She's even, like, got her legs crossed. She's kind of, like, squirming and stuff. Look at the look she made. She's like, I can't wait for the show to end so you could just bend me over in the limo.
Yes, you were. I know what this is. She did not. I do. I know that.
Maybe she's psyching you out.
No, the math was very fast. She is a psychology major. I think that you graduated because you have a certain piece in your voice of like just a very smart person.
A learned person.
Yeah, a learned person. I think you graduated from high school when you were 15.
That's your final answer?
Final answer. Yes.
I am a master ping pong player.
Oh!
I got it right again. This guy sucks.
I'm right, no, 15 to 19, that's 4 years. Then she wins the Masters.
I prepared for this.
Is she prepared for this?
I really want the mug.
Well, you got the mug. You got the mug.
I'm so happy right now.
Oh. Jennifer,
happy for you.
Let me tell you something. You're not as happy as I am. Deja's going to spin the wheel to see what else you're playing for. Go ahead, Deja. Okay, you're playing for a $1,000 appliance package from Cuisinart. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Jen, good luck.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Earlier this week, we talked with Mikey Day. Who did Mikey say he wanted to play Gelman in an SNL skit about live?
Adam Driver.
Yes!
Adam Driver from Star Wars. I knew that.
You ever notice?
He didn't say he wanted Adam Driver to play Gelman. He said Adam Driver did play Gelman. He said Adam Driver was the host. He played Mark, or I'm sorry, well, Mikey Day played Mark. I want to say Heidi played Kelly, but in the skit, Gelman was portrayed by Adam Driver. It's not that he wanted Adam Driver to play him. He cast Adam Driver as Gelman. Adam Driver did play Gelman. It just didn't make the final air on Saturday night. He didn't say, "Oh, I really wanted Adam Driver to play me." He's like, "No, Adam Driver played Gelman." So that's wrong again. Another fucking mistake.
You have 20 seconds.
Does anyone even try? How much money do you get paid?
Jen, good luck.
All right, here we go. Earlier this week, we talked with Mikey Day. Who did Mikey say he wanted to play Gelman in an SNL skit about live?
Adam Driver.
Yes!
You ever notice, Jen, any chance Gelman gets of making himself the trivia question, he takes it? Takes it.
Yay, thank you.
Yeah, you're the big winner today.
Double winner. Thanks for playing with us. When we return, Scarlett Johansson is here. Stick around. Still ahead on Live. Foodfluencer Friday International Edition continues with the recipe for the Korean.
Go Dorothy. Go Dorothy. Go Dorothy.
Scarlett Johansson.
Panera's new toasted baguette.
So, Scarlett, will you be blowing your husband for Father's Day? Or are the kids too young? I would figure at this age the kids are too young, but they're young enough where they won't know what's going on. It's when they're like 6, 7, 8, 9, you don't want to get caught. But when they're like 2, it's the perfect time. Does he reciprocate?
At Four Winds Casinos. That's the mistake. You get trapped.
Yes,
you get
it's
trapped.
fun.
We're still talking about Mark's loss of the month. He can't get over it. On Monday's show, Jeffrey Dean Morgan will be here.
Also, we have John Leguizamo here.
And Mark is going to show off his grilling skills with a summer steak recipe.
Yes, stay tuned for that.
Are no chefs available? We're now relying on
I'm a caveman. I can cook meat.
Okay, good for you. I can't wait to watch you cook meat. All right, she's one of Hollywood's biggest and most talented stars. Please welcome back to the show, Scarlett Johansson. So, it's so crazy. We were talking about your career backstage, and the fact that Lost in Translation is a 20-year-old movie does not make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's too long. That seems like a fake number. I don't think.
Did you keep the pink wig?
No, but now I feel like I should have because it became kind of. It kind of became a thing.
Yeah.
But in the moment, it was like, it could be this purple one or this lime green. Well, I'll just throw the pink one on.
The pink one is adorable.
Yeah, the pink one worked. But yeah, it's crazy. 20 years feels like, that doesn't feel, but I was 17 when I made that.
What do you remember most about making that film?
What do I remember most about making that film was that I ate McDonald's.
I remember Bill Murray, first of all, as you all know, was in the movie. I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
What do you remember most about making that film?
What do I remember most about making that film was
Bill Murray tried to have sex with me multiple times. When we first started, the first week of filming, he asked me out to dinner. And then the second week, he actually asked me out to dinner in a movie. And then he just showed up at my door like 5 days after that, like with a bunch of like Kobe Wagyu steak and chopsticks. And he said, the chopsticks aren't for eating. And then after that, I filed a complaint, but no one listened to me. And then 7 weeks later, we were almost wrapping up in Tokyo. He like showed up naked with a boner and wanted to have sex with me. Allegedly. And this is all just entertainment joke material for a podcast, okay? So that was what I remember the most. And then before we left, it was almost Father's Day, so I blew him. But I took a picture of Mateo from All My Children and I taped it over his face. He's not a very pleasant person, a pleasant man to look up to, if you know what I mean.
that doesn't feel, but I was 17 when I made that.
What do you remember most about making that film?
What do I remember most about making that film was that I ate McDonald's, I think, like every other day, but I was also 17, so that made sense.
Perfect
then.
sense.
Maybe the last time I ate McDonald's.
Was McDonald's different there?
It actually was, because it was just so like perfectly made. Like the bun was really fluffy and the lettuce was perfectly like placed.
Yes.
Like everything was just, it was
How could you not have one every day? Because it was perfect.
I mean, there's no, it was a perfect like little burger.
I feel like they know how to make things very beautifully there. It's like everything is done with like a deliberate sensibility.
Totally. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was definitely that was
also what it really shows is you're giving Japan way too much credit. What you're doing is saying is that Japan is extremely caring with their food and they're better. It's not that. It's just that Americans are lazy. When you go to McDonald's in Japan, you really get a sense of how lazy American workers are, especially fast food workers. They're just like, it's all about fast. Here, bun, meat. Here, squirt of mayonnaise, tomato, lettuce. That one's brown. Who cares? Whatever, wrap it up. By the time they figure out, they're too lazy to come drive back and complain over lettuce. But with there, you might have to wait an extra minute or two, but it's like they use fresh buns. This bun is like 2 days old, throw it away. And go down to like whatever, Georgia, Texas, Illinois, Ohio, go to a McDonald's. I bet they're using buns that are 2 days old. And no one will tell the difference. Maybe we just put it in the microwave for like 3 seconds. Because as consumers, we don't care. We're always in a hurry. And if it tastes like crap, we just go like, well, that's what McDonald's is. What do you expect? 4-star dining? So the Big Mac take different. Plus, they have different things on the menu. They have Asian food. They have like a katsu, like a breaded katsu sandwich, which is like a schnitzel. It's fried pork or chicken. So they have katsu sandwiches. They have different types of Korean or like Asian like sauces, and they're not like Americanized version of Asian sauces that are all corn syrup with like flavorings and food colorings and stuff. It's like real, like authentic Japanese like katsu sauce, and their types of barbecue sauces and spicy this and stuff like that on sandwiches that you can't get. So I remember thinking I need to eat as much of this as I can because I might not ever be back here and I won't be able to get this anywhere in America. So I went to McDonald's like all the time and tried everything on the menu. And can you imagine Scarlett, can you imagine if like, and I want to say if YouTube was around, maybe YouTube was around, it probably wasn't. YouTube didn't come around to like 2007 or something, but if like YouTube and social media was then the way it was now, you'd be able to like document going to McDonald's and eating a different Japanese McDonald's item and like showing us all what it is. And I bet you would have gotten millions and millions of views of everyone watching you on a movie set, eating Japanese McDonald's and showing us and then giving your food opinions and rating it and stuff. Might have changed into a whole different career. You could have had your own like cooking review show. I'm just saying, not to say it might have been good, but how many American actresses are, reviewing, Japanese McDonald's food items while they're filming a movie? I mean, you really have no competition. You've kind of monopolized the market there. So time to capitalize. It might not have been great content, but it was the only content covering that. It would have been fun. Just saying. By the way, you look beautiful. You look amazing.
Even the last time I ate
Was McDonald's different there?
It actually was, because it was just so like perfectly made. Like the bun was really fluffy and the lettuce was perfectly like placed. Like everything was just, it was
How could you not have one every day? Because it was perfect.
I mean, there's no, it was a perfect like little burger.
I feel like they know how to make things very beautifully there. It's like everything is done with
Americans are lazy.
Sensibility.
Totally. Yes. Mm-hmm. And that was definitely, I love that was my like long lasting memory, was that I got to eat McDonald's.
That's when you know you're separate.
That's right, for sure.
So, last time you were here, you were a mom of one.
Yes.
Now
I have it. Yes, we have
now you're man-on-man defense.
I know. Yeah, that's right. We all each take one. We have a baby who's going to be 2 in July. His name's Cosmo. He's a Cosmo. He's so sweet. He's a little man.
I love that name.
From Seinfeld.
I don't know. I feel like it was like a 4 a.m. decision when you're like.
Do you think that Colin, being a comedy writer, might have watched Seinfeld a little too much when he was younger and decided to name him after Cosmo Kramer? It just makes sense. I mean, when Seinfeld came out, he had to be like, what, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old. When it ended, he had to be 14, 15. So, I mean, so the whole run of Seinfeld, he was like between like 8 and 9 and like 17 and 17, 18. If he loved that show, he's from New York. It was set in New York. He likes comedy. It just makes sense that if Kramer, let me ask you this. Is Kramer one of his favorite characters? Has he ever told you that? Because he might have named your son after a television character, a sitcom character, in case you didn't know that. What did he tell you? Like, I think that was one of my great uncle's names I heard back, and it sounds cute. No, it's Kramer from Seinfeld.
Last time you were here, you were a mom of one.
Yes.
Now
I have it. Yes, we have
now you're man-on-man defense.
I know. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We all each take one.
Right.
We have a baby who's going to be 2 in July. His name's Cosmo. He's a Cosmo. He's so sweet.
How did you
He's
choose that
a little
name?
man.
I love that name.
How did we choose it? I don't know. I feel like it was like a 4 a.m. decision when you're like
you snapped awake and you're like, Cosmo.
Yeah, I was like, I got it.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. But it suits him. He's just like a little man. It's so sweet. Love that little
I
juice
heard
box.
that your husband, Colin Jost, and Pete Davidson bought the
Staten Island Ferry.
Staten Island Ferry.
Yeah, they did. They
Love that huge.
And then they're going to refurbish it and like take it out on tours and charge people.
I don't know. I feel like it was like a 4 a.m. decision when you're like
you snapped awake and you're like, Cosmo.
Yeah, I was like, I got it.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. But it suits him. He's just like a little man. It's so sweet. Love that little
I
juice
heard
box.
that your husband, Colin Jost, and Pete Davidson bought the
Staten Island Ferry.
Staten Island Ferry.
Yeah, they did. They love that huge guffaw from that person.
Genius idea.
Yeah. So basically, I was Colin. My husband's from Staten Island, and he. Pete is also from Staten Island, and Colin took the Staten Island Ferry. That's how he commuted he went to Regis and he commuted every day on the Staten Island Ferry. And it's not
I didn't realize he went to Regis right down.
Yeah, he went to Regis.
Across town.
That's right. Yeah, but his journey to get there was very long.
That's a journey.
Yeah, it's quite an event. It's like a 2-hour trip. But one day he was like reading the news on whatever. He's like, oh, that's funny. They're going to auction off the Staten Island Ferry. So, okay, that's cool. I guess it's like scrap metal, or I don't know what anybody would buy that for out of decommissioned.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's the John F. Kennedy. It was commissioned in 1960, whatever. And so not necessarily it's not a boat that you're like, ooh, we're buying a boat.
Oh no, it's a boat.
Yeah, it's definitely, fits, I think, 3,000 cars on it or something.
Incredible.
And so it's huge.
You're like the Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez of Staten Island.
Yeah.
Have you been aboard yet?
No, I have been on the Staten Island Ferry.
On this one, particular one?
No.
You're not going to go.
This one is, so he basically, he's like, that would be a fun thing to buy. And I was like, yeah, I guess if you were, if you have the space for it. And so a few days go by and I see he's making all of these secretive phone calls and he keeps saying it's ferry stuff. And I was like, what is going on? And then I get a text message that says, we bought a ferry. And I guess, I didn't know. Did you say who's we? Yeah, I was like, what are we doing with this?
Right.
The docket fee is high.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's there are plans for it to become a whole fun space that will be a great thing. You could all rent it for your bar mitzvah. It'll be a fun ferry. When will it happen? It could be decades from now. Will be long. Yeah, it'll be our grandchildren.
Will you be christening it? Will they allow you to? I
think you do it with a bottle of Canada Dry.
Canada Dry. Yeah. Oh, I still know those secretive phone calls when I'm on the phone doing ferry stuff. Ferry stuff as well. I'm just like, what are you talking about? I go, ferry stuff.
Yeah, I should have known. I don't know. But yes, we have the Staten Island Ferry now. And if you guys want to come on board.
Yes.
And,
We do.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
Out-of-service toilets, there's plenty of them.
Yeah.
Very
excited about this.
Gelman has taken the show on the road. You guys did a cruise ship.
Oh yeah,
We should
Yeah,
do.
this is not that.
Yeah,
We should do the show
Ferry.
from
The ferry.
Scarlett's
Yeah, we
ferry.
just renovated. Yeah.
Sure. Please. By all means. If it brings in any revenue, that would be great.
Will they name it after you?
They actually named, I think they had to form a trust, and Colin thought it would be hilarious to call it the Titanic 2. But it's what they have to also get insurance under, so that was sort of ill-conceived.
Yes.
Yeah. It's cool.
Now, you're getting ready to film the Tower of Terror.
The Tower of Terror.
Movie.
Oh, the movie, yes.
Which is my favorite Disney ride.
Oh, I love that
To me,
ride.
it's the greatest ride.
It's the greatest ride. I love that ride. My daughter, who is 8.5, finally got the guts to go on the Tower of Terror. And then she wanted to go on a second time. And I was like, I can't do the second time. I've learned my lesson. The first time is great.
Yeah.
Second time, something happens to your inner ear, I feel like.
You're anticipating.
Yeah.
You're like, now it's going to happen again.
You're not feeling the same after the second time. So, yeah, but I love that ride so much.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
It's going to be great.
Hey, we need to take a break, but when we come back, we're going to talk to Scarlett about Asteroid City. Stick around.
Salad on Live. Steve Patterson helps us get ready for Father's Day.
The man with the troublesome hemorrhoid enters the room.
Excuse me.
That wasn't me, said Hillary, who was only taken 347 steps today.
Maybe if it's I've caught up on all the shows I want to watch. Maybe it's you know what, I want to check out. But to sit there and dedicate myself to 3 or 4 hours to watch the whole series, I just can't. It wasn't funny. I didn't think it was mean or rude or anything, but I just wasn't laughing. It just wasn't entertaining.
Go to Whistales.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
This isn't the beginning of something, Augie.
Is it?
Is it?
Probably not.
Unless maybe it is.
I don't like the way that guy looked at us.
Okay.
The alien.
Oh, how did he look?
Like we're doomed.
Maybe we are.
That was a scene from Asteroid City. Tell us what you can about this film.
I'm sorry?
Tell us
Tell me
what you can
what I
about
can.
this
What
film.
can I tell you about it? It is, the premise of it is a TV show about the making of a play that doesn't exist. So really easy to follow that. It is sort of an existential kind of film. And I think it really represents kind of Wes's sort of mid-life, mid-career. It's really interesting. I think you need to see it more than once. It's gorgeous.
It looks really, really beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
And it has a huge cast. Was there anyone that you were excited
Was there anybody that wasn't in it?
We weren't in it.
You guys were busy, but I'm sure you got the call.
Mm-hmm.
I was really excited. The cast is incredible. I got to work with Willem Dafoe, which was amazing. I was pretty excited about that. I didn't even
worked with him before?
No, I'd never worked with him. I never met him before. I love him.
Sick.
And they were like, who's coming tomorrow to play it's Willem Dafoe. And then the next day you would be, on the treadmill and Jeff Goldblum would be on the Stairmaster. And you're just like,
I knew he was a Stairmaster guy. Did you know that he was a
You don't get calves like that.
Is
without
he
being
listening
on
to
the
music, or is he just free earing it?
I think he was listening to music, but then when we were together, it was like, do you chat? You're both on these kind of machines. What do you talk about? Show me your stretching. What are you doing? How do you get so long?
You guys shot this in Spain.
We shot it in Spain.
It's supposed to be the American West.
It is.
I wouldn't think that Spain would be able to double for the American West.
Yeah, you're right. It is a weird. So we basically shot it on a unharvested watermelon patch. Stay with me.
Okay.
It was this agricultural big land, flat, with soy, and they're growing this, they're growing watermelons, whatever. And then they took over the 4 lots, they combined, and then brought in everything. So it looked like they brought in all the red earth, and they plumbing and electricity and mountains and this forced perspective. So when you walk to the end of the long road, the cacti were like this high.
Wow.
And it was like Looney Tunes. It was incredible. It was so cool.
I love the way Wes Anderson shoots a movie. I always say every still shot from the movie could be artwork that hangs in your house.
Totally. And when you're there in person, it all looks like that. They had functioning vending machines that had martinis that would come out. It was like Willy Wonka world. It was pretty crazy. Yeah.
Also, by the way, another anniversary, I guess, is your Outset, your skin company.
Our skincare line, the Outset.
Which it's so funny because I was talking to you during the commercial break. It is the only skincare that I've ever purchased where I was like, oh, this actually works.
Yes, I'm so glad
I'm so used to being ripped off by everything.
Thank you.
And it's really good.
Thanks. Thank you. It's all I use. Thank you. No way. Oh my God. Well, that's actually perfect because then the products stand on their own. Yes, I started a skincare company called The Outset. I worked on it for 5 years. It's made for all ages, all stages. It's clean. It's made for sensitive skin. It's fragrance free. And it's all about putting that gentle moisture back in your skin. I'm crazy about it.
You can have it in the bathrooms of the Staten Island Ferry.
There you go. I like it.
Thank you, Scarlett.
Thank you.
Asteroid City in theaters, June 23rd. Next, we have Steve Patterson and Father's Day.
Thank you, guys. Monday on Live from The Walking Dead, Dead City, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
This summer is the perfect time to join the Jeep community, where you can overcome more obstacles, bring the sun along forever.
Quick question you could put in the comment section to answer me, but are there skincare lines that are age discriminatory against older people or something? Are there skincare lines that are look, this ain't for you if you got some old ass wrinkled skin
anywhere,
or if you're under the age of 50, this ain't for you. We didn't make it for you. It works for older people, but if you're middle-aged, we designed it so it actually counteracts your skin and fuck you up.
Ryder Chip, just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry.
$25. Plus, we'll get it done Felco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
In case you missed it, Father's Day is this Sunday, and who better to help us celebrate than our good friend and father of 4 and our show's meteorologist, Steve Patterson.
Technically, I believe the business purposes want me to say, not technically a meteorologist, but Kelly and Mark, look, this is where we did a snow shop just a couple of months ago, and I would like the world to know that vegetation, plants, actually do come back to life here in Minnesota, which is incredible.
It looks beautiful there.
Trees were possible there, Steve. I don't think I've only seen snowdrifts in your...
How come no one has any fences? Is that specifically by design? Is that a rule you can't have fences? Because it's do kids go out on in your backyard and then play football games and incorporate your neighbors' backyards without their permission? Do they just sit there and play football and go into your neighbors 3 or 4 whores down? I combine houses and doors for whores. What happens if you want to go skinny dipping? I mean, you can't even have pools. So you live in a community where you're not allowed to have pools? That's stupid.
Months ago, and I would like the world to know that vegetation, plants, actually do come back to life here in Minnesota, which is incredible.
It looks beautiful there.
Trees were possible there, Steve. I don't think I've only seen snowdrifts in your backyard.
Hey, Steve, I got to tell you, green is your color, man. Your eyes look amazing.
Your eyes are popping.
Oh, gosh. Mark, Kelly, that is the boost of confidence that I needed on this day. Those trees, by the way, I planted all of those trees because clearly you can see by the beard, it's midlife crisis time for me. And now I stay up late at night and I watch YouTube videos. This is true about the growth rate of trees. Oh. And that's where I'm at. And I feel okay about it.
Okay. So how is the weather? It looks gorgeous. Did spring sprung early this year?
It's about 78 degrees right now.
Spring sprang late. Summer came in with a vengeance, and we've got like 90-degree heat. We've got humidity. And guys, I don't know if you guys have ticks. We have ticks. We have ticks that are wearing pants in Minnesota. They're big. They're out of control. Did you say
you have tits like breasts?
This is a true quick story.
We have tits.
Story. I was driving in to do the radio show.
Quick story is going to take you 3 minutes, buddy.
Driving on the highway. That was a tick that was on my face. I managed to get the tick off of my face without wrecking the car. Felt great. We go in, do the radio show, and sure enough, 2 hours into the show, I feel something on my chest, live on the air, reach under, pull a tick off of my chest, and I didn't swear when that happened, so that felt like a real broadcasting achievement.
That deserves a round of applause. Do you check your beard for ticks in there nightly?
Yeah, my wife, like there's that one country song and they make it sound like, hey, maybe this could turn into something if she checks you for ticks. Let me be clear. It doesn't. It involves a comb and generally a stern talking to from my wife. So nowhere near as cool of an ending as I was hoping for.
All right. Well, what do you have for us today? What's going on?
Well, we've got Father's Day coming up. And so I wanted to go out. I wanted to find some fathers and some kids to talk to. But this time I thought, hey, maybe I could do it from my own backyard. Though technically not this backyard. I'm the only father here. But I think I found the perfect Minnesota spot. Check this out. Yes, this time we're in my neck of the woods here in Minnesota to celebrate Father's Day. Specifically, we're here at the Minnesota Zoo. We're going to go inside, talk to some dads before the stress inevitably sets in. Maybe we'll even do a little Father's Day quiz. Call it, like, Who's Your Daddy? There's not like an alternate meaning to that, right? That's probably safe and appropriate. Let's do this. There's some dads here that are like fully mounted up. They got their zoo gear on. Are you here solo today?
Yep, just me and the boys.
Now you're doing the baby Bjorn situation here.
Right.
All right, hang on, I'm ready to help this baby. I'm a dad. I got 4. Takes a village.
I'd like to think I would have gotten there anyway. Eventually.
All right. Well, you're making me feel less like a hero, though.
Good.
When you talk to your friends who are not dads, and they're like, "Bro, I'm so tired."
Yeah.
Do you ever want to hit them?
The kids?
No. How nervous are you that she's gonna wake up at some point?
She just did, so that's why I'm pacing around in circles right now.
What's your go-to? Is it? Do you do a double bounce?
Yeah, just a little bounce or the pat on the butt.
Have you ever found yourself doing the phantom bounce where you no longer have a baby in your arms?
Yes.
That's just how the rest of your life. Do not wake this baby. Way to go, Dad. Uh-oh. Let us found some llamas. Let's go get up close and personal. I'm looking for the dad llamas only, please. Are you a dad? Off to a bad start. This llama thinks he's hiding from us. We can see you. If I'm going to get spit on by a llama, this is going to be the llama that's going to spit on me. Oh, look at this one, too. The boots with the fur. Hi there. You hear me. I know you hear me. Am I saying something wrong? Spotted a real alpha male in the wild here. We got a dad. Kid on the shoulders. You don't have to do that. The kid can walk. You put him in a stroller. That's power play. He's sending a message to me and all the other dads. Let's talk about why we went shoulders instead of walking alongside the stroller.
Because he's calling the shots, so it's just easier to corral him. Yeah, what's up?
Oh, this is and another pro dad move. New dads out there. See what just happened? He's still cool. He could be on a Zoom call right now, and he could handle all of that kind of stuff. How many kids are yours?
Only 2 of them are mine.
Okay, so you got 1. Okay, how many are there total? 5?
We got a total of 4. We got another one hidden in there as well.
That's 5. The 1, 2, 3. Wait, that's 4. Okay.
Could be 5. We could have one more by the end of the day.
Hey, now, wait a second. Father's Day is coming up.
It's coming up. Father's Day.
Do that, yeah.
One more year.
Message to all the dads out there. What would your word of encouragement from one dad to another dad? What would it be?
Keep your head up and always do a head count. Put a hint in there as well.
That's 5. The 1, 2, 3. Wait. So this is the Treetop Trail. It's not even open to the public yet. That's going to happen later in July here at the Minnesota Zoo. You just get to walk above it all. Oh, by the way, fun fact. Remember when we checked out the High Line in New York? Insert B-roll.
Baby, there's nothing holding me back.
They went there, they checked that out, and then modeled this after that. New York and Minnesota coming together. America! I'm going out on a limb. That's a dad monkey out there who is just like, yeah, kids, you play. Dad. Do you want to say anything to your dad?
I'm a good kid.
No. Okay, all right, easy. You're not in trouble. Anything like looking ahead to this weekend? Anything you want to say to your dad?
I'm excited to go fishing.
Happy
Father's Day.
You're just remembering?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm scared.
Okay. No. We can still rebound. How about a dance move? Does he have like a go-to dad dance move? In what context? When would he do whatever you just
When
did?
he's drunk.
When would that happen?
When we got the music booming.
Whenever he's drunk, right before he touches.
Oh, fun fact.
He does that whenever he's drunk, right before he gives me what he calls a Michael Jackson.
About the flamingos, they're actually monogamous birds. It's a beautiful thing.
He says, I'm about to give you my hee and make you go, oh, while I go, oh.
In what context? When would he do whatever you just did? When would that happen?
When we got the music booming.
Dad, let's show us. Oh, fun fact about the flamingos, they're actually monogamous birds. It's a beautiful thing. Color me a cynic, but how could you really tell? She's sort of a fuller figure, pink on top, long, thin legs on the bottom. Hey, you thought those flamingos were bad news for us dads? How about these seahorses? They're the only known species in the animal kingdom known for male pregnancy. The seahorses carry the babies for the mom. I hardly rubbed my wife's feet when she was pregnant with any of our 4 children, so I feel like it is in my best interest and perhaps the best interest of dads nationwide if we just, distance ourselves from the seahorses. A little extra seahorses. So dads, in summary, yeah, we may never reach seahorse status, but we can always do better than that one lazy monkey on that rock. Dad. Happy Father's Day, America.
Thank you, Steve. You can listen to Steve on the Donna and Steve Show everywhere you get your podcast.
Happy Father's Day,
Happy
Steve.
Father's Day, Steve.
Hope you enjoy it.
Thanks, guys, and happy Father's Day, Mark.
Coming up next, a recipe from the Korean vegan.
Are you ready?
If you love watching our show from home, now's your chance to see us live and in person. Come join the fun. Check out all the stars and be part of Live with Kelly and Mark's studio audience. Visit our website and get your tickets now.
That's why there's a lot of Asians in the crowd. They're there because they're fans of the vegan, the cook vegan.
And get your tickets now.
I bet what they do is they tell the cooking person that, just like with SNL, when SNL has a musical guest, they fill the crowd in SNL with fans of the musical guest that'll clap for them and enjoy them. And then they'll all like comedy. But if you get comedy fans that don't like the musician, they're not going to clap for him. So when they get the Korean vegan, they probably tell them to go on social media and say, hey, we'll give you a chance to give away, 50 or 100 tickets to free tickets and we'll give priority to your fans. So tell your followers on social media if they want to go to the Kelly and Mark show and watch you live, that you can get them 100 tickets, that you can get them tickets and first 100 win. And if you get 100, we'll give you 100. Maybe he got like 20 or 30. And that's why it's more Asian people that follow him, other Korean vegans or Asian vegans. I don't want to discriminate against the Chinese or Singaporeans.
Studio audience.
The North Koreans, you should go to their McDonald's. Everything is so perfect. Especially the bloody hot dog. It was inspired by England. They made it their own. Yeah, you should try the North Korean McDonald's special, the Sunday Bloody Sunday. That's a funny one.
Because I switched to consumer cellular for the same coverage for up to half the cost. He may have mom's pimples, but I pay less for wireless. I'm the one who wins. Earth, when freedom calls, we're here to answer.
It's the purest form of evil you're going to get.
They had a pact.
If either spouse were to cheat, the cheating spouse would have to kill their lover or be killed.
That's the stuff of horror movies.
All new 2020 tonight on ABC.
On our next show, a candid conversation with women who don't have children, whether by choice or circumstance. Why they say we shouldn't discredit what they have to offer. The aunties, next Hammered Home.
Today at 1 on ABC 7.
Dust and debris can leave your carpets, upholstery, and more looking dull and dirty. Stanley Steamer certified technicians can remove the buildup and restore your home to a cleaner and healthier space. For a fresh start this season, call or go online to schedule your deep cleaning with Stanley Steamer today. Stanley Steamer. You've known us for carpet cleaning, but we've been cleaning air ducts for over 20 years. We do things the right way, cleaning your entire system. So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
I wish there was smell-o-vision. It is so good. It's time for Foodfluencer Friday International Edition. With over 100 million likes and 5 million followers, today's chef is a New York Times bestselling author and James Beard Award winner, Lottie Da. She's here to make Korean barbecue meatball sandwiches. Please welcome the Korean vegan Joanne Molinaro. Hi. It smells so good. All right, let's get started.
Okay, let's get started. This is super easy. You're going to chop up some onion. We're also going to chop up a little bit of mushrooms. The onions have already been sort of rough chopped. Okay. We're going to do the same thing to a couple of shiitake mushrooms. Just give it a rough chop. Okay. And then we're going to saute it in a saute pan with about a tablespoon of vegetable oil, extra virgin olive oil.
Should I do it?
Yeah, go ahead. Not the whole thing. Well, okay. Very generous portion of
oil. I'm sorry.
We're going to add the mushroom along. Ooh, we got that lovely sizzle along with the onion. And then we're going to add about a cup of kimchi, which is going to give it this wonderful,
Is that the aroma?
That's the part of the aroma. So we're adding so much flavor into this, and it starts with mushroom, onion, and kimchi. It already smells like amazing in here. We're going to sprinkle just a little bit of salt and pepper to that. Yep. And then, in order to really amp up the flavor here, we're going to deglaze that with a little bit of soy sauce or tamari sauce if you guys are gluten intolerant. Perfect. And again, we're just layering on that flavor. So good already. And that's when you know you're on the right track here, right? Yeah. When you're smelling that smell.
It smells like this.
Exactly.
Okay,
so we're going to cook that for about 3 to 4 minutes until that liquid evaporates, because you do want it a little bit dry. And then we're going to stick it into my favorite tool here, the food processor. Let's make things super easy. And to this, we're going to add some chopped walnuts, which is what I love to add for, healthy fats, as well as a little bit of texture. And then we're going to add some rice, because we want that sticky, right? We want this to stick together.
So it can form a meatball.
Exactly. So we're going to add a little bit of cooked rice. You can use brown, you can use white rice. We're just going to pulse this a few times. There we go.
I love when the food processor works.
I know. It's a tricky thing. Everyone has their own.
So do you make the kimchi, or do you buy the kimchi?
I do. Actually, I have a recipe for kimchi in
the book, right?
My cookbook, yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick this into a little bit of bowl here. Let's see if I can just empty the contents into a bowl. And we're going to add a few more things to make sure that it kind of sticks together. If you've ever made meatballs before, whether they're full of meat or something else, sometimes they fall apart.
If they're too
moist. If they're a little bit too, thank you very much. And we're going to add, some breadcrumbs. That's sort of like a glue to help everything sort of stick together.
Yum.
We're also going to add some starch. I have here some cornstarch. You can also use potato starch. You can use tapioca. We're just going to add that in here.
Do you prefer cornstarch? Your own personal preference?
I like potato starch. I don't know. What about you guys?
I mean, starch to us, any starch is good.
Yeah, your starch is good.
I'm a carb girl myself.
Yeah, we like a carb.
So this is the magical elixir that's going to make these meatballs taste amazing. And this is Korean barbecue sauce. I have a recipe for this in my cookbook. It's my mom's Korean barbecue sauce.
Oh,
nice.
Wait, and is she fine with
nobody has a mom that's a bad cook.
She is so proud.
Okay.
Yes, it's called Omma's Korean barbecue sauce. But you could also just pick it up at the grocery store if you don't have time to make your own. It's really easy. We're going to add about 3 tablespoons of that. And you can already see that color. It's like molasses. And then you're just going to throw some gloves on if you want. I would recommend that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some protein. And I'm using here high density, high protein tofu. And I just like to squish it up. It's very cathartic. It's a great stress reliever here. You got that tofu coming out. And I don't like to process it myself just because then it gets a little too soft and mushy. Do you want some texture? And you can go ahead and
blend it?
Just, get right in there. Yeah.
Knead
Let
it
out
together.
all of your stress and
How's that feel?
mash it all up.
It's like magic, Mark. You would love it.
Oh, there you go. It's amazing. And then what we're just going to do is we're going to shape them into about golf balls. Yeah.
And do you prefer to use the scooper?
You can use the scooper if you want even size, but you know what? We just want something pretty, regular sized, and we'll just make them like
We're going to take a break, but we're going to finish up when we come back. Stick around.
Monday at Live. Shop like Wasabo.
We will make it back in one day. Will we? Yes, that's me. I love this line. I want to fight for it.
I'd hoped that Jamie would stay away.
Looking like Princess Leia costumes with a bunch for kindergartners that they made them themselves.
One day, Saturday. It's a flash sale at the Room Place. Everything is discounted to move fast with an extra 30% off the lowest price. Take 5 years to pay. One day, Saturday at the Room.
No cleanup. You don't even have to remove unwanted items. Just call the name you know and the name you trust. Brandy Homes, buying homes in Chicagoland since 2009.
Melissa Etheridge returns with her summer tour 2023. Saturday, July 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Silver Creek Event Center at Four Winds Casino. Melissa Etheridge, live. Performing music from her latest album, One Way Out, available now. And performing her classics. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Melissa Etheridge, in concert.
Good workout?
AC's on the fritz.
You're tuning up for summer. Have you tuned up your AC? Help is just around the corner. Call ABC for your $49 Ultimate AC tune-up. We'll be there fast and deliver 5-star service guaranteed. Trust ABC and consider it done.
One day, Saturday. It's a flash sale at the Room Place. Everything is discounted to move fast with an extra 30%.
Live June 25th at noon on ABC 7.
Hey, we're back with the Korean Day and Joanne Molinaro, and we're making Korean barbecue meatball sandwiches.
All right, so we've got them searing on the pan, and we've actually got here 8 beautifully seared ones already. This is exactly what you want. All you're going to do is you're going to pour some of that gorgeous, amazing smelling Korean barbecue sauce all over the top.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it smells so good. You're going to stick these in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. You get that lovely, amazing, show-stopping caramelization. And we've got that here. Look at that. And this is exactly what you want it to look like when it comes out of the oven. And we're going to garnish this with some toasted sesame seeds. This is like restaurant quality food, basically.
Can you take us through how you make the slaw really
So
quick?
yeah, the slaw is really simple, and I wanted to keep it simple because we've got so much richness already here. So we've got just some red cabbage, regular cabbage, and some julienne carrots. Let's make sure we got all
Mark
this
has dug right in, just so you know, in case you're
It's so good.
very happy.
Add some mustard, salt, and pepper, and you're good to go. Super, super simple.
That's easy and delicious.
Oh, it's great. And it's such a great little acid pop to whatever rich food that you're making, and super healthy as well.
Perfect. Now listen, for this recipe and more, you can go to our website, but also you should pick up Joanne's cookbook, a Korean vegan cookbook. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for being here.
If you would like to try any of this summer's recipes, just log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
Your go-to leggings. One yogurty smear. 6 sweaty miles to nowhere. Arm & Hammer plus OxyClean with odor blasters. Triple power.
No offense is offensive. Like, no offense, but you're overpaying for your wireless plan. See? Offensive.
No contract plans from Straight Talk for as low as $35 a month, all on the 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart.
Cats want taste. You want healthy ingredients. With Blue Tastefuls, you don't have to compromise. Pick up Blue Tastefuls today.
Don't forget on Monday show, Jeffrey Dean Morgan will be here.
We also have John Leguizamo.
And Mark grills a special steak for the summer.
Hey, have a great weekend.
Happy Father's Day. Bye.
Update your home with Menard's huge selection of Shaw flooring and get 11% off. From durable laminate flooring to what?
%50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 and buy
Today.
Wake up with ABC7 Eyewitness News this morning.
It's Friday, June 16th, and The View starts right now. All of the hot topics on your mind are on the table. From politics
I'm running for president because I think I have a different message.
to pop culture
This is going to be something that I might regret saying.
and everything America's talking about right now. Plus, Anthony Anderson and his mom, Doris Bowman.
You have not told me where and when I'm going to bingo.
Luke Russert, and Feel Good Friday with an all-new View Your Deal. Here come Hot Topics with Whoopi, Sarah Haynes, Anna Navarro.
Well, I'm not gonna. All right, guys. Well, thank you for the thumbs up. I guess we had our friend come in and watch for 30 seconds, give us a thumbs up, and then leave. Again, probably a hater, just giving me a thumbs up to mock me. But yeah, so that was what is this? The Gentleman. This motherfucker is just recording shit. He's just recording shit all day now. He's just recording everything. I wouldn't want to watch that with The Gentleman. What is The Gentleman? Okay, gentlemen. Anyways. That was season 1, episode 45. From back in the vault, we went back to June 16th. And that's the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed everything. And thanks for commenting. Thanks for the like. We're slowly building our numbers. I need likes, man. I need likes. Let's monetize this, right? So I could feel like we're all becoming one community. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to have a live 4-hour church service on Saturday night. No drinks allowed, no food. It's just going to be me and a bunch of books that I wrote myself, and I'm just going to read them to you out loud and preach. So if you like that, click the like button. Make sure to dislike if you dislike, and make sure to stay true to yourself. But also, give me a couple ding dongs if you think that doorbells are outdated. Besides that, I gotta go. It's your boy, fill in the blank, and I'll see you next time. Make sure to check out past episodes, check out future episodes. I got a breakfast sandwich waiting to just knock my socks off, and I got to think about Kelly going downtown with her husband, Mark, because it's Father's Day, and she decided to share that with the world. All right, you guys, until next time, sperm in face. Allegedly, it's a joke. It's just a joke. Bye-bye. Hold on.